Don't worry about the lighting. This video is not about lighting. It's only about...
It's about the story.
You know,
it's about Dawn's journey, which begins now.
It does.
Yes.
It begins now.
So I'm here with Dawn.
Hi, I'm Dawn, aka Dawn.
And she has, on the cruise, dedicated this next chapter of her life to achieving some goals. What are your goals?
For the first time ever, I've had goals put on my mind. And I'm 43 years old. I'll be 44 in October. My number one goal as far as this body is concerned and my image is weight loss. Period. End of story. Some people, it's more health, mental, yada yada. For me, I'm tired of looking at this and I want to look at this. So that's what's driving me. I know that with that will come mental health, of course, and that's important to me as well. Anxiety levels that are really out of control coming down. Things that are scientific behind just shedding, fat. I realize it's all a big part of the whole picture. But for me, driving this truck is to slim down, period.
Okay. Well, do you want to share your beginnings?
Where would you recommend that I start on that?
Last year.
Okay, 1 year ago, in June, my friend April got me this journal to track measurements and weight. And 1 year ago, I did in my heart into my friend April, who is also my accountability partner.
Accountability buddy?
Accountability buddy. I love it. So I said I will do keto lifestyle. I'll give it 3 months. And you know how you say something and you really intend to do it? You really want to do this. Mm-hmm. You mean anybody. Right. For me though, I really wanted to do it because I know that it works. It's not a question for me of whether this lifestyle eating works. And I don't, it's not just working about just slimming down, but just overall health. That's not the question for me. I get it. I just wasn't there because I live in Texas. There's like 4 Mexican food restaurants all the way around. And if I want to go spend a little tiny bit of money and eat some food that maybe people washed their hands or didn't wash, it's like chips and queso, and chimichangas, things of that nature that you just, in my brain, I crave these things. So I decided, sure, keto, because I love veg, I love meat. 3 months I did. After that, I just fell right back into the old ways. I'm seeing April doing carnivore, and doing really well at it. And in my mind, there was some frustration for myself not being as dedicated or as committed. April has a very strong drive. It doesn't matter what she's doing. She's stubborn, but she's dedicated. Okay. And I saw that and I didn't have that inside of me. And so I did not do very well by going back to my old lifestyle. I just fell off and started making poor choices, like working for the school. They have parties a lot of times. And they'll have cupcakes, I'll just have a cupcake. I had a keto drink or a keto shake or something, so I'll just have a cupcake. No problem. Everything is good, right? But going on the carnivore cruise was something that April had proposed to me to do, and I'm looking for a good time. I haven't been anywhere in 4 years, not because I'm afraid of leaving or traveling, but because I had just gotten back from a very, very traumatizing and scary adventure. And it took me a very long time to heal from that, to begin to clear my mind, to look forward and to see differently, which is all about us talking about my goals. I didn't like where I was at all. Again, I'm looking at my friend who is slimmed down, who has this dedication. And yeah, that's basically where I'm at. So a year ago we did my measurements.
And then a few days ago, we did your measurements. And even from not really trying and not really dedicating herself, she has lost some weight.
I did.
So, do you want me to read them out, or do you want to
Sure.
read them out?
Yes, we'll
Okay.
let April read them out.
So a year ago, Dawn was 273. Weight to start. We'll start with the least important metric. And just a few days ago, she was 258. What?
I'll do that way. Yes.
So her neck a year ago was
I couldn't believe it.
16 and a half. Now it's 15 and a half. She lost an inch. Chest was 54 and a half. Now it's 52, 2.5 inches. Her biceps are the same at 15. Waist, 53 and a half is now 51.
I couldn't believe it. I said,
Another 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
Hips were 60, now they're 58.
These hips don't lie, okay? These hips don't lie. They like hip.
You know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right.
Thigh was 26, now 24 and a quarter. So what's that, like 1 3/4 inches?
Yes. Around. I don't know.
Yeah, math is not my strong suit. Your calf was 17 and a half, now it's 16. We didn't measure your butt before. Upper abs were 55 and a half, now they're 51.
That totally. I guess I am a pleasantly surprised person all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
I forget stuff and then
All the time.
no.
Oh, we should tell the story about the thing you forgot.
Oh, listen, right now I don't know what you're referencing.
The
I'm sorry.
suitcase thing you forgot.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna lay it down.
okay.
So she booked another cruise while we were on the cruise, and
That was a goal. I've never done anything like that. Like
Yes.
in the last 4 years.
And-
That was a big deal.
yes, and I highly encouraged her because I was like, yeah, you deserve a vacation. She wants to
Yes.
go by herself, which I think is awesome, and she would love it.
Mm-hmm.
So she made the decision, went through a whole bunch of guilt, like we had to pray together. She
Yes.
was not okay
Crying.
making this decision.
Surprise.
Yeah, right. So she had loaned me 2 suitcases. The suitcases I took on the cruise, she loaned me. And I didn't like go through every pocket, but I had thrown stuff in pretty much every pocket. And so when we got home, I'm unpacking and I said, oh, looks like something's in that pocket. So I got it out. It was my brain map. I brought it and totally forgot, never even looked at it. And then I said, oh, something else is in there. And I dig, and there's 2 money envelopes. And in these 2 money envelopes is enough money to pay for her entire cruise, plus some. And she just stashed it away, for a day to be surprised. So, yes, you are a pleasantly surprised person. I was like,
Lucky.
but I don't stash money around, so I'm not going to be finding any. Unless it's a miracle, which could happen, but
Well, and
Hasn't
you have
yet.
miracles that
That's
have
true.
totally happened in
that's
your
true.
life,
That's very true.
monetarily speaking.
Very true. And other speaking.
Whoa.
Yeah. So even not trying her hardest, like off and on, she lost like 20 pounds and like 15 inches. It's awesome. But now she's got the commitment, and that's why she's joining me on my channel to
Yep.
share her experience, share her journey. She is also going to have her own YouTube channel.
I do have a YouTube channel right now. My videos have been set to private for some time, just due to the content from the past, which I won't go into right now, but just saying, I felt like I needed to go silent and quiet for a season. I didn't know how long that season would be. I feel that season is over.
Yeah,
though.
I do
Praise
too.
the Lord,
Yes.
because I do enjoy sharing life experiences with all peoples, all walks. It doesn't matter, because my walk is my walks. Your walk is your walk. But we can all talk about our walks and edify and encourage one another, lift each other up.
Absolutely.
So basically, when I saw on the scale, because the scale is a little decimal, so sometimes it'll say 259 or 258.4 even, and I though, am not going to spin out. It's easy to spiral
Sure is.
looking at numbers.
Sure is.
She knows. And I've had to pray for her as her friend. And then, whenever it was appropriate to say something, just calm down, because really, we feed off each other, okay? Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I feed off of you, and, So with this new reset in my life, from going on the carnivore cruise, keto, excuse me,
Yeah,
low carb cruise.
not even keto, low carb.
It's low carb cruise. And already, though, in my mind, knowing that it works, because I've proved my friend, I see her all the time. I needed a reset. I needed something in my mind.
You like a kickstart.
The kickstart is exactly a perfect word for that. But it also had to be supernatural for me. I live in the spirit. Am I perfect? Never. Will I ever be perfect? No. So with this low carb cruise blessing that I got to go on and listen to some people, my mind began to understand a completely different way that I never had up to date. Yes, getting on good lifestyles, that's always important, or saying, hey, I want to better myself. That's always something that I believe at least in a Christ-centered mind, we are always looking for ways to, I don't want to say better ourselves, but edification, grow. And, our time is running out because we're getting older. We never go back. We always go forward. And in 20 years, I'll be 63. What does that look like for me? I never thought about it before. The low carb cruise, meeting very, very cool people. Anyone that I met or that met April or saw us at conferences or around the ship, inspirational. All of you inspirational. Some of your videos are starting to come across my feed more, and I was stunned at how many people joyfully, what did I say a while ago, joyfully or pleasantly surprised at how many people we did meet that have YouTube.
Never would have known.
No, and one just came across right before April got here. Who is it? Hungry Heath?
Hungry Heath, yeah.
I remember meeting them and talking to his lovely companion, the lady. I don't know her name. She had a really cool goth dress on. I loved it. And other people in pictures from their video, their vlog. I said, oh, wow. So with all of this inspiration, it was just so inspiring for me. I came home with a completely different mindset. I'm in my room unpacking slowly. I only just really
You're
unpacked.
still not unpacked?
Not fully, no.
I was unpacked by the first evening.
And I knew she would be. I just knew she would be.
Well, I have no room. I can't just not unpack. I have nowhere for anything. It has to go in its place or it's not in my house.
But with the unpacking portion, going back to that, I was not tired, but I wanted to just kind of come in and do a little bit this and that. I have a brother and a niece that I live with, my brother and his daughter, and then my other brother and his wife and everything. It was a little family, death in our family, extended family. So they were coming over, and there was just a lot of buzz the day that I got home. So when April is sending me a picture, I just want to piggyback on that really quickly from the story a while ago, of money in an envelope.
I knew I had to send her a picture. She'd think it was a joke.
That's exactly what I said. Well, that's what I texted back.
Is this a joke?
I said, I do hide money. Is this a joke? Because in my mind, I did not remember any of this. I did think it was a joke. I thought it was. I knew you would. Just messing with me.
No, but she knows I don't have cash ever, so I sent her a picture of cash so she would know. Not a joke.
I couldn't believe it.
It's for real.
I just couldn't believe it, and I couldn't believe myself forgetting. I mean, I can, but I can't. Listen, this is the journey. People are forgetful. Hello, raise your hand if you have everything all in order all the time and you remember everything.
You know the thing.
I remember weird things. Like,
Yeah. She remembers the long time ago. I don't. I remember like a few weeks.
and then sometimes I can't even remember. Earlier today, we were talking about this video, and I'm thinking about, I don't remember this, but I forgot what day it was today. I'm still on cruise control. Had a busy week though. So yes, my journey starts today. Having that, it's not just about money. You got to understand, this is not me saying, oh, look at me. That was a complete surprise, and something that I needed. It was a pleasant surprise, and it was a blessing.
Yeah.
I hadn't even known that was there.
Yeah.
And
she would have stressed out about it until her next cruise. You know, how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to pay for this? Well, God just like, you already did. You just forgot.
Totally forgot. But praise be to the Lord,
Yes.
the Creator.
Yeah.
I worship the Creator, and He is good. Even in the low, He is there, and He is good, and He loves us. Ooh,
The King is coming.
ooh, yeah. Look at that shirt. The King is coming. The King is coming. So, with that said, I am excited to start this new journey. It's not even like starting today. I started when I got back from the cruise. 100%.
It's already begun. This is just our YouTube introduction.
Correct. I just dove in though, and it wasn't even like diving in. It was an extension of what we had just done, because on the cruise, yes, you have a variety of foods to choose from, and yes, I did choose what I wanted. However, I was very mindful though on this cruise of what I chose, and big deal. So what? I wasn't eating things that I knew overall would spiral me or spin me out. Like the desserts. I saw kids have so many plates of desserts, eating them with their knives.
And grown-ups too. Not just being kids.
For sure. It was roasted turkey on a mashed sweet potato.
Like walnut and apple stuffing and
I was like,
real turkey. It wasn't.
I'm sorry, Rural Caribbean, but I'm not sorry. Marie Callender, Frozen, had a better turkey dinner than that. It was terrible. I wish I would have taken a picture of how much I actually ate from it.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
No.
Like a taste of each thing and like, no,
but it was just done. Yeah. So, things to that nature. I'm not saying, oh, look at me, I didn't have bread. Believe me, if that bread would have been brought to the table, like they stopped bringing bread, I would have had bread. I had bread probably the first 2 nights, and then I think it was the third night where they quit bringing it, and I wasn't going to be like, excuse me.
I would like bread.
Bring me some bread. And then just go to
eat
town
in front of us, and all us carnivores.
Everybody's like, that's Dawn. Oh, Dawn. Oh. But not really. They would think, oh, what is she doing?
We'd just be like, you do you, boo.
But that's the way it is. And that's another thing. All the people that we talk to, everybody does what works for them.
Yeah.
And it takes experimentation.
Yes. It does.
Also, they also discussed the people we were listening to, not just at conference, but at our table, the lovely salt of the earth that we sat with and broke bread with every day.
Broke beef with. That's what I've started saying now. We're going to break some beef.
Should I talk about when I first put butter in my coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the day after we get home from the cruise. We got home on a Sunday. We are blessed to have not lived too far from the terminal. We live, I don't know, with traffic, maybe
hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So I get home. April goes home. I'm unpacking a little bit, visiting with my family. The next morning, this is it. The next morning is it. This is ride or die for me. I could have gotten up and did my same routine that I did before I went on the cruise. Because now I'm back at home. I'm in my surroundings. I'm in my comfort zone. But I walked into the kitchen. I made my coffee. I wish I had brought the brand in here that I use. I use an instant coffee from Europe. And it's delicious to me.
What's it called?
It's Jacobs. That's spelled Jacobs. The first time I tried it was when I was in Bulgaria, and it just, the flavor was so good to me. Even though it was instant, it's still very, very nice. So I'm got my kettle going, got my little coffee in my new understanding brain, pulled out my, what's it, LMT?
Yeah.
Element. And I have salted chocolate, which I have a hard time with the salt. And I was like this when I first bought it. So I was only doing about an eighth of a teaspoon, an eighth or a fourth of a teaspoon. It's a small little spoon. And I would pull it out of the sack and just do a little tiny bit. Well, this day, my kettle is heating up and I'm looking down at the cup and I put in half a pack this time. And then I saw my butter bell. And I love butter. I love butter on toast. Yep. I love butter whipped in chocolate chip cookies. I love buttermilk, cornbread. Ooh, southern baked, fried in the pan before you put it in the oven. Butter. Buttercream. Icing. Don't put that whipped stuff in my face. How many times?
She won't eat it.
How many times? This lady knows what I ask. Is it buttercream?
Yeah.
Before a party. Before a week. What would you order? It didn't matter. Buttercream. Buttercream me. Okay? Buttercream. Like butter. I like butter. But putting it in my mouth without a buffer? No. I did not enjoy butter that way. I've never been able to stick my finger in butter and just be like, butter, so delicious. Give me some more. Not like that. But this day I went to my butter bell and I scooped out 2 teaspoons of butter and I put it in the coffee and then I poured the hot water and it all just melted together. And then I put it on ice because I am an iced coffee drinker. And I drink it. And you just kind of got to push through. I'm a texture person, and it was a little bit odd.
When it's cold, yeah.
Yeah, when it's cold.
The fat solidifies.
It did start solidifying, which I knew would happen, but I'm just slurping it up through the straw. I slurped it up through the straw anyway, because I knew that I had to do this. I had to change my mindset, and that's when it started. That was launch right there. When I knew that I could take butter, and my coffee on ice, I just said, okay, I got this. So I've been doing that every day. Maybe I'll build up to a packet of the Element. But right now I'm at half a packet. No sweetener in my coffee, by the way. No sweetener in my coffee.
Very nice.
One day I put allulose in, didn't put enough for it to make a difference for me. So I spoke to her and she's like, well, maybe you need to add a little bit more. I just didn't even do it after that because I didn't care. Your mind. Exercise your mind. I'm exercising my mind in a way that I never have before. I'm really proud also to say that people who are on this journey or considering going to a different type of lifestyle with what they're putting in their mouth, it matters.
It does.
It matters. And don't tell yourself that it doesn't. I lied to myself and I listened to lies. I go for convenience, I've noticed. Like I said, going to a Mexican food restaurant, spending a very small amount of money, but booty fingers or people coughing on the food. At home, I don't do that. My hands are clean. My work surfaces are clean. And it's good. When you cook at home, it's good because you know what you've done. You haven't sneezed or coughed all over your food, and then you go serve it up to people. It just makes sense. Making good food at home and eating the right things, putting the right things into this body, which is also known as our temple. April, don't you agree? Youth is wasted on the youth.
Yeah, youth is wasted on the young. Yeah.
If I only had known
what we know now in every aspect of life, I wish this was true. There is so much I would do. I'd
still be a virgin. For sure. Yes.
Oh man, I would have never started a tiny house business.
Oh,
biggest mistake, biggest regret. of my life.
But the most beautiful tiny home.
It really was.
It was beautiful.
I'll put some footage so you can see it. It was called the Blue Jay. Took my husband and I 2 years and $100,000 to build, and we sold it for $30 in March of 2020 at the beginning of COVID. It's since been sold to a subsequent owner, so all of our ties are broken with it. But hey, it lasted, and they had no complaints. They really loved it.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it had pull-out stairs, and all of the drawers and cabinets had lights.
Beautiful.
In them. And I even had a Blue Jay painting commissioned to put in it to hide the breaker box. So yeah, it was really beautiful. And now we're building our home, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have the lights and all the drawers, and it's going to be really awesome. I want circadian lighting, where like at certain times of the day, the lighting shifts to amber and gets real low. So like at night, the only lights that will be on is around the floorboard, like the baseboard, and it's amber lighting, so it lights your feet, but you don't get full-on light in your face, so you can sleep well.
I love that. I bought a string of those LED lights from Costco, and instead of putting them around windows or doors like I've seen other people do it, I ran them behind my bed on the floor so I could just not be blasted by the light, but I could see on the floor.
Yeah, there you go.
It just makes sense.
It does. Yeah. Why don't more houses do this? I don't know.
Oh.
Probably because it's expensive, and if you have to pay someone to do it, very expensive. But Daniel and I do everything ourselves.
They do.
Except for possibly the sheetrock. That would take us weeks to months, and I don't want to.
So we're going to pray that the Lord send the provision for them to have a
really
team
need
come
it.
in and put up the drywall.
Yeah, and we need just plain old provision right now.
And we all do. We're talking about going on another cruise or going and doing this or that. Listen, here, this lady works hard. I'm not going to speak for you, but I'm going to speak for you. This lady works hard. And it's not just about only physically, it's mentally. Yeah. And everybody out there who is listening to this, you don't have to go out there and, push loads of dirt. I work in a public school district. Need I say more? Mental.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
It takes toughness, to stay busy and just continually always be working and working and working and working. But the good thing is now we're working towards goals. So, there will be things to celebrate along the way. So
yes.
Yeah, what I like to do is every 10 pounds, have a little celebration.
Not go out to dinner.
No, not
celebration.
go out to dinner. Not go out to dinner, but maybe a massage, or like a pedicure, or a cold bath.
Oh, I love cold.
Going to float, or buying yourself a lovely new piece of jewelry or clothing.
Clothing. Guess what else I did? I looked in my closet the other day. That's why I wasn't unpacking, because I was looking through my and I'm looking at all this stuff. Think, you know what? I'm not going to be able to wear that in 3 months. It left. It has left the building. Now it's in my car, ready to be dropped off at the SOS down the road. However, it's not junk. It's nice stuff. I used to work in a corporate setting, so I've got corporate really nice type clothing. I ain't never going to wear that again. My life has took another path, and praise the Lord for that. I'd rather be with people in a totally different setting than in a corporate setting any day, okay? Any day. Plus, I'd rather work in a public school than work in a corporate setting any day also.
Apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, there's so much change going on, April. There's just so much going on.
There is.
And, we don't know what all the future looks like, but it will be good.
Yes.
Because the word says that, let me preface with this. No matter what, we know there's highs and lows because we have been there. Yeah. And we are there in different places in life. That doesn't just have to mean you are in despair. I have been in despair and in joy in the same day, in the same 5 minutes, and life changes. We change. Yeah. Emotions.
We've changed a lot since we first met.
Oh.
I had pink hair when we first met. She hated me.
I did, but then I loved pink hair. I was just ugly.
She was jelly.
I really was. I wanted that pink hair, but I have I definitely have grown. I mean, the Lord had because he had a call. He had a
Yes,
calling
he
for
did.
us.
He did.
Is he calling you? Are you listening? If he is, answer. Obedience is the only way to succeed.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because if you're not obedient, he's just going to chase you down, and there will be consequences, and you'll miss out on blessings and opportunities. It's just best if you know that he's calling you to do something, just do it. Even
Just
if you
do
don't
it.
want to, because more often than not, you're not going to want to. It's not like he calls you to be a millionaire all the time, or here, get a new puppy. That's not what he's calling you to do. He's calling you to do something hard.
Rise up! Gotta get higher and higher. The thing is that it's not going to look the same for everyone either. It's really not.
What she's called to is totally different than what I'm called to. She is an evangelist. She'll talk to anybody, and she knows she's not beating people over the head with it. She waits for the Spirit to move, and if there's an opportunity, great. If not, hey, we can have a conversation about literally anything else in the world.
Anything.
And I'm just an introvert. I'm more intellectual, bookish. I do more of that sort of thing. So we have very, very different callings.
We do. But when you
important.
pray, don't just pray and just pray and pray and pray. You have to move. You have
That's
to
true.
act.
Take action.
I wanted to put that in, okay?
Absolutely.
Pardon for cutting you off.
No, I was done.
No disrespect.
I was
but I very much respect you.
I very much respect
Okay.
you, bro.
Because I've been praying my whole life. Not saying from the womb. I do like to say I was called from the womb. I've been a Christian since I was born, but it took time.
Really in our 20s, early 20s,
that's
is when
when
we truly came
For sure.
back to
Well, the voice
Lord.
of God spoke to me,
Mhm,
and
me
it
too.
changed my entire life. Like,
Same here.
there is nobody on this planet who will ever say to me, and I will believe them. Well, they can tell me all they want, but I will never believe them, that I did not hear the Creator.
Yeah, because when
He
you
is
hear
spirit.
him, you
I
just
heard
know.
him. You do. You just know because it comes from a different place. Spirit man.
Yeah, it's not necessarily audible either. It's not like you hear, Dawn, I want you to do this. It's not like that. You just know. Just know. Sometimes you hear a voice, sometimes you don't. But you just know.
Obey.
Yeah.
Obedience.
Mm-hmm.
Obedience. It is all, you pray all day long, but until you obey, I really don't see how the Lord can move if you don't obey.
He really
You have to
can't.
obey
Right.
to keep,
Through obedience, he can move.
and he
But
does.
You're going to stop his movement in your life if you're not obedient.
We don't want to be stagnant because it's stagnant. This happens when you're stagnant, when you're comfortable,
Yeah.
or don't care, or don't have goals, or don't think that you're worth love, or all of the above. This is me.
Yeah.
I've been stuck. I've been really stuck.
Stuck no longer. This girl's moving forward. She's going places.
Got people to see, people to do, all kinds of things
People
going
to
on.
do.
Well, in the biblical sense. Wait, that doesn't even make sense because in England, in the biblical sense means
that's what I was saying.
listen.
Don't do people in the biblical sense.
No. Not unless you're married.
To each other.
Oh, yeah, to each other. Very good point. Yeah, to each other. So, with all that said, please continue to follow the journey. It's not just my journey. This is my friend. We are in
our
this
journey.
ride or die. We are together. And follow us. Talk about us. Share with other people.
Yes.
Women need women.
That's true.
Okay, and let me tell you what comes with needing other women. There's drama all over the place, but women need women, and they need encouragement. We're just regular women. Aren't you a regular woman?
Yeah.
I'm just a regular
I'm
woman.
a little weird, but
No, but weird is okay. I don't mean normal. I said just regular.
yes, regular.
We're just everyday people with big callings, big goals, big dreams, and it doesn't end here. It just began. So,
yeah. We're going to do Indigo Neely's bread recipe. We'll do bread and buns.
yes.
And then also Chris Cooking Nashville, his mashed potatoes. Carnivore mashed potatoes.
I saw the picture. I don't know.
I'm very excited about this.
Nervous.
Don't be nervous. It'll be fine.
It looked
just-
like whipped cream, but I'm not saying that looks bad, but
they're like whipped mashed potatoes. They're gonna be. But he also has the potato salad recipe. So I suppose if you wanted lumpy mashed potatoes, you could do the potato recipe for the potato salad.
Oh, I
Put them in the
like
mashed
potato
potatoes.
salad.
Yeah, he's got a potato salad recipe. So I was thinking we do a carnivore ice cream.
Love it. Give me ice cream. Because you know what? In the Women's Weekly magazine from Stacy, I never remembered their last name. But it doesn't matter. Stacy was featured in Women's Weekly. She was the lady that we met who sat at our table, who was also on the low carb cruise. And she has in her article these recipes that she goes by to make ice cream. And she was telling us that that's just sometimes all she and her husband that there's the breakfast and lunch. They're just eating this delicious concoction.
Carnivore protein ice cream.
Carnivore ice cream. I mean, hello. When I heard that, I was thinking in my head, how easy? How easy? How easy?
I mean, ice cream is already easy, but if you just throw some protein powder in there, you've got some sweet and a little bit of allulose. Allulose is what makes it soft to scoop, but I want to try some with L-glycine too, just to see what it does, because L-glycine is just an amino acid that tastes sweet, and it has not triggered cravings in me before. You know, it might for some people. If you don't want to eat sweets, stay away from it. But we'll do carnivore ice cream and maybe something else. Not sure yet.
Moving forward, that's what this is going to be about. We're going to share life, share journey, share us failing or succeeding at recipes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there that I have been watching more and more about the keto lifestyle and the keto like recipes. I'm afraid to try them. You know why? Because of this. That stuff is not cheap to buy.
Well, like Chris Cooking Nashville's recipes, they are multi-ingredient, multi-step, very precise. Like when I saw carnivore rice, I was like, I would have to really, really want rice to do all that for a day, because I slap a grill on the steak, 8 minutes.
Slap a grill on the steak? Slap a grill on the steak?
Slap a steak on the grill.
Slap that grill on that steak, huh?
I must be getting tired.
That's funny. You should keep that.
But anyway, he's a genius. I can't wait to try his recipes. I have been a little intimidated to try them, so I'm going to try them on camera in front of all of you.
Okay, yeah, and we're going to try them. We're going to catch the moment.
Yes, and you'll hear our craziness, our actual...
And of course, it's not going to be anything against the people who created it. I'm a texture person.
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be wonderful.
I hope
really
it
do.
is.
Yeah.
Because I need some ideas. I've been just eating meat, which is fine, but a little bit of variety I think would be nice to just kind of break it up in the day.
And like mashed potatoes is comfort food.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's a big comfort. But so is rice. With beef tip, like
steak.
Tender steak with rice. And,
it's delicious. It's not a comfort food.
You know, somehow.
It's nutritious food, but it's not a comfort food. And sometimes you just want comfort food. And to anyone who can make carnivore comfort food, I'm going to give it a shot. Yes. And say thank you so much for making those recipes. So we'll see how that turns out.
I do have a YouTube channel, like I was stating earlier. Everything was set to private due to just, like I said, past things. Well, relaunching that... is going to be Keto Evangelist Dawn. That's what the name of my channel is going to change to. I have some subscribers now who have been following me because of the mission work that I did before. And I hope that you will search for me and look for me, because I want to do shorts and I want to add videos like what we're doing on the Carnivore Christian to Keto Evangelist Dawn. It's not just going to be about eating, but as moments or things happen and I want to catch that on recording, excuse me, that's what I want to post. We are sick. The world is sick and dying, and if there is something out there that can help another believer or someone, you don't even have to be a believer. I mean, I hope non-believers watch this and just love us and be encouraged. We're just people. We're just people. It's our belief. Imperfect people who love all peoples. Do you? I mean, I do. Okay.
Except this one guy over in Bulgaria. I don't love him.
Yeah.
I actually hate one person in this whole world, and it's him. And I
understand.
Me and God, we have an understanding. It's okay.
I understand. So,
but all people but him. And it's not you, I bet, because he's in prison.
Yeah, he's never going to see this, and I'm very, very glad.
Yeah.
However, when I have a channel up right now, but things are set to private. When that will go launch, probably in the next
I'll let
couple
you know.
days.
I'll let you know. I'll do a
I'll
community
hold up a
post.
sign or something like that that says my name, and it's not a competition. We're doing this together.
No, we're doing this
Okay.
together. We're partners in this. We'll be partners in that, and we'll just help each other hopefully succeed. I mean, that's the goal, right?
That is the goal, is
Yeah.
to succeed and to have new light.
Yeah.
New light.
And to share our journey with others. You know, we love watching other people's journeys.
Big time.
I think we can contribute some stuff to the world.
Because once again, what's the name of Amanda's
Carnivorous Me.
Carnivorous Me? I saw Carnivorous Me YouTube channel before I went on the low carb cruise. What an inspirational story. That really stuck with me.
Yeah. I like Carnivore Kip. I watch him.
There's
He's
more
a new
people
one.
I need
There's
to watch.
lots of them. You could spend your whole life watching people's
Also, all these
journeys.
people I want to subscribe to, because I understand now you're actually putting out work in your life and you're bearing it all. Well, as you come through, subscribe, you're going to have a new subscriber. And guess what? It's probably this lady
This lady too.
and this lady. We just want to spread the love, lift you up, lift us up, and watch what happens.
Watch us grow. We'll all grow together.
Yes, and I love that. Growing together. Yeah. Sure, my hair's all right.
So hey, here's another video you might enjoy. And please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay beautiful, friends.